I bet the most magnetic women you know are not even trying or not trying too hard or not trying at all to be magnetic. And actually, the ones who are trying the hardest are never magnetic. Until you're gonna keep on trying to perform magnetism and confidence and not actually leave it, it's not gonna happen. You never gonna feel magnetic and confident. So in this video, we're gonna see how it works and what magnetism actually is, because it's not exactly what you think it is. I want to share something with you, something very personal before we get into this whole discussion about magnetism, because I was one of those women who were trying too hard. So I know how it feels. I spent years people pleasing my way through life, and I mean hardcore people pleasing, because that was the only way I knew how to live and how to survive. And I know now that I was completely disconnected, like from my body, from my desires. I didn't know what I wanted. It was very hard for me to form an opinion on something. I was always like expecting other people to give me an input so I would be able to respond in an appropriate way. Can I film? Please? Pretty please? So now we finally are getting into the topic. And before we talk about what magnetism is, I want us to define what anti-magnetism looks like and why most probably you are channeling it without even knowing. Take a moment and think about what actually happens when you are trying to be magnetic. You want to be chosen. You want to be liked. You walk into a room and something in you is already monitoring, something is already scanning. How am I coming across? Is he looking? Do they like me? Was that too much? Was that not enough? You are always adjusting in real life. You're performing ease, you're performing confidence, you are working extremely hard at seeming like someone who isn't trying hard. But here is what people actually read from this kind of behavior. I need something from you. I need you to confirm something for me. I need you to fill a gap for me. And instead of confident, you come across as anxious and needy. It's truly amazing how sensitive people are, and we scan people constantly. You read people, but also people read you, and it's not even happening consciously. They might not even be able to name whatever they felt from you, but their nervous system pick it up immediately. And what it feels like on the receiving end when you are performing magnetism is that people are supposed to perform a function for you, and it's not in a malicious way, but it's more like they're serving as mirrors for you. And to be honest, nobody wants to be a proof of someone else's worth. This might sound a little bit unpleasant, and you're welcome to disagree, but I think that the women who are desperately seeking validation, they're trying so hard that it makes it impossible to notice their virtues. They're warm, interesting, self-aware women. They genuinely care. But that trying, that please confirm I'm enough energy underneath everything is the exact reason why people are not drawn to you. And no matter how well you perform the confidence, the neediness is still there. It's still underneath. And the people who are most in touch with themselves, they feel it the most acutely. That pull, that weight of, give me something, I need something from you. And they just step back. You can be beautiful, you can be gorgeous, you can be goddess walking this earth, but you are not genuinely embodying magnetism, you are faking it. You don't live in alignment with what you're trying to project outwards, so it actually gives out very wrong vibe. And that's anti-magnetism. and that's not hot. So what is the opposite of that? Well, obviously, real magnetism. And I genuinely don't think anyone has said it clearly, because usually magnetism is defined as a certain energy, some kind of energy, which I do not disagree with. I still think it's energy. But people feel drawn to you when they feel that around you they can be vulnerable, they can be silly, they can feel something that they were craving for a very long time, when they feel that their own potential, emotional or otherwise, expands just by being near you. They are drawn to you when they feel that something in them becomes more possible, more accessible, more alive, like they get a glimpse of themselves that they didn't have access to before. And that happens not because you said all the right things, not because you performed a siren act, and definitely not because you tilted your head at the right moment. It happens just because of who you are and how you are living. It happens because of your values, how you manifest into this world, and your authenticity. And believe me, I know what I'm talking about. People feel it, and you don't want to capture all the people in the room. You want to find your people. And your people, they will keep on thinking about you after, because you are gonna make an impact on them directly, and not because you were strategically unavailable, detached, or you appeared all dolled up, but because you made them feel something very real. I feel truly blessed that I do have people like that in my life, to whom I'm strongly attracted to. To me, these people are so magnetic, because I feel they're switching on something in me, like my playful side, my wild side. I feel like with them, I can be myself and I can relax. I can let go. I can be fully myself, and they will not judge me, and I'm not expected to perform when I'm around them. I can be just genuinely me and fully accepted. When we're talking about healthy magnetism, the kind of that actually brings good things into your life, it starts with you being genuinely in touch with yourself. You know what you want, you can feel it, you're living out your actual potential, you have goals, you have dreams, and there is so much energy in that state. It's not even spiritual, it's neurological, it's a specific biochemistry that happens in your nervous system, which becomes visible, palpable even, and it's wildly attractive. And it starts from your body. Magnetism lives in your body. It comes from the relationship you have with it. You can learn behaviors. You can rehearse patterns and scenarios. You can learn to walk into the room with your shoulders back. And none of it will work until it's a lived experience in your body, until you believe it, until you relax into it, until it's something you embody. Because until then, it's still a performance, and people will notice it. So when you focus on performing something rather than living it, that something creates tension in your body. And here is what chronic tension actually does to you on a psychological level. When you're constantly low-key managing how you're coming across, suppressing what you actually feel, being whatever the situation seems to need, your body contracts. It stays braced. It stays cautious. Because in these moments, you betray yourself every time, little by little, bit by bit, And a contracted body is not a giving body, it's just trying to survive. And you want it or not, but that actually shows up. It shows up on your face, not only in your body. It shows up in how you move, on your skin, because chronic stress disrupts your hormonal balance. It disrupts your circulation, it disrupts your lymphatic system, it disrupts how much collagen your body actually produces. A body that is not in flow is not magnetic. That is not woo, it's just biology, babes. So when you start actually living, when you let yourself want things and actually pursue them, when you let yourself feel things and express them, you let yourself be this beautiful multiple versions of yourself without apologizing for any of it. Your body opens, like literally opens. The way you move changes, your face changes, it becomes more relaxed, more appealing. Like the tightness leaves your jaw, your shoulders become more relaxing, and actually you start taking up space completely differently. Your hormonal landscape shifts, you become fluid, just like water, and people around you, they will feel this shift in you without you like trying very hard to be noticed, because they will resonate with your energy, they will resonate with the abundance that you carry with yourself. They will feel that you are resourceful, that you actually have something to give. And to be honest, everyone moves toward resources. And on top of that, a magnetic woman is actually sensual woman. And before you roll your eyes, yeah, I don't mean sexual. I mean a woman who is in her, senses. The woman who is in her body, in the actual contact with what she feels, with what she wants, with what is happening around her. The woman who is present, alive, raw and real, and she's not afraid of pleasure. In a world where most people are living somewhere in their heads constantly, monitoring, rehearsing dialogues or monologues, managing, being half present, a woman who is actually there in her own body, enjoying herself, is rare. And rare is also magnetic. Here are the things that I think switch off magnetism. They just turn it off. The first thing is contradictory, is actually wanting it too much. I know nobody wants to hear this one, but the frantic, impatient desire to finally be magnetic, that energy is the exact thing that turns it off. Because it kind of tells everyone that you don't have it, that how you appear, it's not genuine, that you're just putting an act, and that is not magnetic. The second thing is living in your head instead of living in your own body. When you are constantly struggling to control yourself, monitoring how you're coming across, adjusting, performing, always planning the next thing you're gonna say, you are not in touch with your own body at this specific moment. You are actually living in your own head. You are somewhere outside. You're just looking at yourself from above. And from that place, from the outside and disconnected from yourself, you cannot be magnetic because you are not present, you are actually not there. It's very similar to living a simulation of your own life. The third thing is quite big one, it's very important one, is suppressing what you actually feel and want, because every time you override what you actually feel, swallow your opinion or shrink yourself to make someone else more comfortable, or meet someone else's expectations, or mold yourself to whatever seems appropriate or safest right now, that energy doesn't go anywhere. It gets stored in your own body. It gets stored as tension, as tightness, and that kind of low-level chronic stress that your nervous system eventually files under normal because you've been carrying it for so long that you actually forgotten how do you feel without it, how the normal and relaxed body feels. And all of that shows up, and it actually shows up in how you hold yourself, on your face. That's kind of like the first indicator of stress, and most importantly in the quality of how you engage with other people, because when you're constantly stressed you become less open, less warm, less giving in the fullest sense of that word. And the fourth thing is outsourcing your worth. When your sense of value lies in being chosen, liked, or validated, you are trying to outsource one of the essential things that only you can and should generate for yourself. And that outsourcing creates an energy that people feel immediately. They start feeling like a tool to you, like a mirror, like a resource. And it's not because something is wrong with you, but keep in mind that being someone's resource, someone's mirror, it's not the same as being someone's person. It feels more transactional, it doesn't feel like a genuine connection, and that is deeply, deeply unsexy. So how do we become magnetic? We already said that magnetism is some sort of energy. So magnetism is a resource. You are the resource because of how you are manifesting into this world, because of what you're emanating. Not because you perform the right version of yourself, not because you become strategically unavailable and detached, not because you perform some sort of blueprint or use that as your guidance for life. A woman who is actually magnetic, it's a woman who is living, not performing, not faking life, but actually living from her body. The woman who is sensual, the woman who has passion for this life, the woman who has goals. She breaks patterns. She's not afraid of that. She is spontaneous. She's not convenient or easily agreeable. She's not easy to digest, but she's interesting. She's somewhat unpredictable. She's bubbly. She's curious. She says the thing. She doesn't have to prove her worth to anyone. She's not afraid to be genuinely herself. She has embraced her good sides and also her shadows. So you become magnetic the moment you become so genuinely, fully, unapologetically invested in your own life. And when other people get a glimpse of what that feels like, when they get access to that energy, when they get just an idea of how they could feel, when they start feeling it in your presence, that they feel that they are allowed to be that way too. That's it. That's magnetism. That's what draws people in. That's what actually hooks people. People cannot stop thinking about you. They just not able to. Not because you are perfect. You don't have to be perfect, but because you are perfectly imperfect and you are so comfortable in your own skin. And this way you make them, other people, feel something real. In a world where almost every interaction is managed, calculated, monitored, and performed, a woman like this is a real treasure. It's just full stop, honestly. And it's not about being the most beautiful woman in the room and turn everyone's head. And if that's really your desire, please consider doing a self-check, because that sounds a bit narcissistic. Because Being magnetic is not about tactics, it's not about validation, it's not about, strategies or waiting the right amount of time to reply. It's about being so full of your own life that people just want to be part of it. Magnetism is about overflow, magnetism is about abundance. That's it, that's what it is about. And it's not something you need to achieve, it's something you return to, it's something that you learn again about yourself, it's something that you get access to. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.